Hello my lovelies, so this is Lizzie from Love from Lizzie, and right now I am bringing you the release products to go with the September Super Card Kit. This card kit I have just unboxed, which is why it's not packaged together as nicely. So that video is available. I'm not going to run through this again in this video, so if you want to check that one, have a little look and you will find it next to this. But this video is to show you the products that I'm releasing into the store this month and the recommended add-ons, plus showing you products that I've released previously that I think will go really nicely. So if you've been a customer for a little while, you may have some of these things because they may have been part of the previous kit. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through. I will try to work through as quick as I possibly can, just to make sure we get through it in a timely fashion. So first up, we have a pack of acetate. This is quite a few here. We've got 10 sheets. In almost every video I make a shaker card. So I go through acetate like nobody's business, and until now we've only ever sold it in individual sheets. So I thought, put it into packs of 10, make it a bit easier for people. And here we have one of the Cardstock add-ons, and this is the matte and mirror. And we have, this is a matte rose gold, we have a mirror rose gold, we have a matte gold, mirror green, mirror, this is sort of like a really dark wine red colour, and then this is like this lovely plum colour. So these are really lovely colours to go in with the palette of the kit. So the mirror and matte, these are all cut to A4. The kit cardstock is all cut into American letter size, but this bundle, these two are in A4 size. Now these bundles are in American letter, which is 8.5 by 11 inches. This is the pearlescent bundle. Now our cardstock bundles seem to fly, and we all very regularly getting emails from people saying how they wish that they could get them. Can we get more? So this month we have tried very hard to put as much in as we think is going to be necessary, but if you are interested in the cardstock, I would suggest that you buy sooner rather than later, because as much as I like to think that I've got it on the nail, I always think that. So okay, so this is the pearlescent bundle. So this is lovely because you get lots of sheets in here. You've got this green, which has got like a gold finish over the top. Got this lovely warm orange. This is a really lovely bronze, dark brown colour. This is like an antiqued gold, a regular gold. This is sort of a mixture between copper and orange and brown. It's really lovely. This blue, which is my favourites. Then we have like a lovely slate grey and this lovely warm red. So that's the pearlescent bundle. And then last but by no means least, in the cardstock bundles that we are recommending as add-ons, we have got the gold bundle. Now, because of the nature of what's in the kit this month, there's some foiling. It's just, it wants to sparkle. I thought I would do a complete bundle that would work very well with gold. So you've got 2 sheets of each. So you've got 2 sheets of gold mirror, 2 sheets of gold matte mirror, and 2 sheets of embossed gold. So 6 sheets in that bundle. It's so lovely. I love the shine. So that's the 3 sort of cardstocks that we're recommending if you like doing your matting and layering and you enjoy using some specialty. I mean, the specialty that's in the kit, getting watercolor cardstock and a sheet of vellum. And I will show you these. These are glitter stickers. They're super flat, and this white aspect is actually cut to be separate. You can see from the back how they are, but these are lovely sort of swirls and some blooms and just some dots, and I thought they were very sweet and that they would work nicely, so I'll pop those in. And we have the Warm Thanks Peel Off Selection Bundle. So we have got gold glitter pinstripes, we have got bubble in the copper, and we have got purple pin, and we have got grass green sway. So they look really Halloweeny, but they do work very nicely with the colours in the kit. And we have got 2 stamp sets. We have got the frames. Now these I really like, because within the kit, in the ephemera, we've got some of the flowers are set up to be on frames. So these are all individual, and so whilst it looks like, let me just pop that back there, that looks like that's one stamp, that is in fact 1, 2, 3. So you can keep them as they all are and layer them all in one another. But what I really like about these is they're sketchy. I'm hoping that my camera will pick up, but this isn't solid here. So if you do this with embossing powder, it's going to give it some really good texture. I'm afraid the autofocus on my camera doesn't ever like me very much. But essentially, the way that these, they're to look rustic. They're not like complete solid just lines. They've got this, what will look like texture to them. So I can't wait to stamp with these. I think they're going to be loads of fun. And this is a 4x8 inch stamp set. So that is a large stamp set. So you've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 stamps on there, and all different frames, and they are, the ones that are nested within one another are exactly the same, they're just on a smaller scale. So I mean, you could create really good picture frames with them. Yeah, I think this will be a stamp set that I keep on my desk, because I think it will lend itself to lots of different styles and different design ways, different products. I think will work nicely on that. Okay, so there we have the warm thanks frames, and we also have the smudges and sentiments. So the stamp set from the kit has got some of these brush strokes in, and I wanted to do some more with the brush strokes without the artwork from the design style. And this big swash, this big smudge, all of these sentiments fit within. So if you stamped this in, say, I don't know, an orange, and then you heat emboss this over the top in copper, it fits perfectly. And then you've also, obviously, you've got all of these different pieces that you can sort of decorate up and around with. I think these stamp sets are really good, because it's the thank you, just a note, and with lots of love. So it's really universal, and I think that will be a very handy one to have on hand. We have also got the Arabian Nights Nouveau Aquaflow pens. They are, let's open one up. So you take the yellow piece out, because that sort of, it separates the inner workings from piercing into the barrel. And you screw that in, and then you get some scratch, and it's got press, which I carefully will do. And you can see the product then starting to work down, and then you've got your colours, and so they're almost like paint brushes, just with the paint and the colour already in them. So they are over in the store already, but there's some lovely colours to try if you enjoy doing sort of like the watercolour looks. There is French wine, wild violets, and cinnamon stick. They are the 3 tones in that. There's those. We've got 2 embossing folders. So this one is like all towards the bottom of the card. So if this was your card base, you would have this lovely embossing all at the bottom, so you've got room for a sentiment or a ribbon banner, or even perhaps a ribbon banner here. The embossing folders, I think, are underrated. And then this one has got the blossoms on the vines, so really, really pretty. Both of those are in store. We've also got the meadow cutting dies. Now, these I foresee being very popular. These sorts of dies often are. And they are all different solid blooms, and the sort that you can just build a little scene up with if you run them all through a few times. And for example, let's separate these out. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 are silhouette dies, and then these 3 have got embossing lines within them. Now this one and this one, this has got the embossing lines here. This one has got extra pieces that are removed from bits in between the sprigs, and this one, oh my apologies, this is the other one that has the embossing lines on the leaves, but this one has the centres that cut as well, so that you can change the colour of the centre of the bloom to the petals. So I think they're going to be very popular. This is something a little bit different. There are 6 of these in a pack, and they're big. They are very big. If you're putting these on the front of a card, it's going to have to be something that you hand deliver or that you put in a box. So only for super special ones, but I think these would make really lovely wedding card accessories. You get 6 in a bag. They have got a foam dimensional on the back with a release paper, just in case there wasn't enough dimension. We've popped a bit of extra on the back, and it's like a canvas that's been printed on. It's not legible, you can't work out the words, but there are 6 of those, and I think they're gorgeous. And again, with this autumnal theme, I think they work really nicely. Open them up a little bit, and yeah, something a little different to play with. And then we have 2 watercolour brush pens, so you fill water in, and then this is the large. As you can see, the end of that is very broad, so really good for like swashes. And then this one is the small, so this has got really quite a fine point on the end. These are inexpensive ways to try out whether or not you like the brush pen or not. They're not branded. They simply, you fill them up and you just start having a play. So they're just something that if you're wanting to dip your toe in the water of. We have obviously got the full-size Warm Thanks sequin mix, so that's there. And we have got this bag of charms. Now these are gorgeous. I love a charm, and they're sort of like a rusticy coppery colour, and they're all different blooms and butterflies, and really very, very pretty designs. Again, lovely if you like to have a little bit of movement on your card, because you can hang these with a little piece of clear thread. Some are a little bit smaller than others, but they've got lots of lovely detail, and there we go. So that gives you a rough idea. So there's lots of little charms. Pop those all back. And the last product that I've got here is the Nuvo Mica Mist, and this is gorgeous. This is in antique gold, but you give it a real good shake. I'm gonna make a mess now doing this. And you do this in a well ventilated area, and you can just make, I moved away from all of this, but then it gives this really lovely sparkly splatter, which again with this theme, with the swashes, will look really very pretty. But a tip, whenever you use these sort of spray bottles, wipe over, perhaps with a cloth rather than your thumb, but if you give that a wipe, it stops the product from drying on the outside and blocking the nozzle for you for your next time. So there we go. So this is the product that I'm recommending as add-ons that is new to us. I do also have some new product release products, and I have products that are in the shop that I'm going to show you that have been there for some time, so you may already have, but that would work well. So this is the product that I'm releasing in this month that is not linked to the kit. So there's last month's stamp set, the Flawless stamp set, and we have got the new peel-off colours. So this was within the kit. This was as part of the bundle, the new pinstripe, and this was actually the previous month's, but we sold out so very many of the summer fruits kits, we didn't have enough to be able to release them. We've also got the Doris sticky strips. These are perfect for shaker windows because they're all in these lovely thin strips and they've got a nice depth to them, so you don't need to double up. So if you don't like to use your Scotch tape like I use it, then this is up your street. These are the Flawless dies. They came as part of the kit in the August kit last month. So I'm hoping you will have seen those. There's 4 dies in this pack. And then we have 2 other products which I'm very excited about. This one particularly, this is a background building die set. So all of these pieces will cut lots of different shapes that sort of sit nicely together to make cards. And if you want to participate in what will be happening over on the Love from Lizi blog, which is new, it will be posted on the 1st of September. This die set is going to make your life a lot easier. So I really do recommend that if you want to play along with us, this die set's for you. And this is going to create a series. So here we are. And another thing which I'm super excited about is I've always been a big fan of red rubber, and there is something about the way that it stamps that I really very much enjoy. So I've had a red rubber stamp created. It's 6 by 6, so this will create a complete background piece of patterned paper for you. It's lovely and deeply etched. It's been made very well, and it's got, look, it's got Love from Lizi on it. And I have purposefully left this package free. It's not necessary. If this isn't sticking inside your Misty tool or whatever stamping press you use, then just dampen it slightly and it will just clear off any dust and it will start to work again. But because of the nature of the product, it doesn't need to be put into plastic in my estimation. We've got plenty of plastic, it's everywhere, and I have a little boy, so when I store my red rubber stamps, I store them in a box standing up like this, and so I'm not putting these into packaging because I would throw it straight into the bin, and I believe it's a waste. So I really hope that doesn't upset or offend anybody. But I mean, other people take them out of the packaging and they put them into different plastic sleeves. You know, there's so many different ways, but I wanted to have these package free so that I'm reducing my footprint on plastic with my little man's future in mind. Okay, so now I'm going to be moving into products that has been listed previously in the shop, but things that I would recommend that would go along with the kit. So if you've been a customer of mine for a little while, then perhaps you have these things and it might be nice to pull them out of your stash. But I do sell the Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor cardstock. I'm a very big fan of this cardstock because it is white. When I make with my card bases, this is what I use as a card base. This colour match is very close, and I personally like that. So we have these thicker alphabet stickers, which again, the fact that they're gold and shiny makes them work very well. Some peel-offs that I would recommend. We have apple green bubble and teal bubble. We've got apricot pin, our new ones, which are white pinstripe with gold finish. We have got the peach sway with gold finish. We have got the clear pinstripe with gold finish. red mirror, copper mirror, brown mirror. This is brown, just the flat brown. I hope you can see the difference between the two of those there. And these are all pins to rub, of course, the gold. Then we have gold glitter pin and we have gold mirror sway. All of these I think will work beautifully with the kit. We also have, from Kits Gone By, the birthday balloons stamp set. And this was the add-on stamp set that went in with the fairy kit. And this was the stamp set that went into that kit. I mean, that kit sold out very, very fast indeed, but both of those stamp sets are available. We've also got the Flutterby, which does come with a coordinating stencil, which I seem to have mislaid. There is a coordinating stencil that goes with the butterflies. We have the Winter Rose stamp set. We have the Totally Tropical. Again, this has the blooms in this would be lovely, and the sentiments if you like to have a bit of a pun, but the stencils match up perfectly. We have got the With Love. This was my first ever manufactured stamp set. This was from my first super kit, which was This Girl Can. We've got the full stamp set from last year, which is lots of lovely sentiments. Again, the colours in this kit would lend themselves really well with this. We have also got the We Are stamp set. So, you are one of a kind, we are here for you. It's a stamp builder. You use the top three to create what you want, and then there's your idea at the bottom. Okay, other products that we have here are, we have embossing powders. So I'm going to pop them upside down. I have Meadow Green embossing powder. I have Sunburst Orange, Golden Glitz, which I think will be really very special. Sparkling Emerald City. We have the Golden Crown, which is one of my favourites. We have Atlantis Green. We have Fuchsia Purple. And we have Royal Gold embossing powder. So these are the embossing powders that I think will work particularly well with the stamp sets that comes with the kit, and with the add-on stamp sets within the kit as well, of course. Just going to try to make a little bit of space here. We also have the Nouveau Gilding Flakes in gold. I think they would look really very special, particularly over those brushstroke stamps. I think you could make something look really quite magic with that. We have some Nouveau drops here in orange soda. Again, I think that would just give a nice little pop. We have some blooms. They're paper blooms on a wire. Really very pretty. We have a few pen sets here. The Spectrum Noir Metallics. So these are twin tips. They've got a bullet and like a larger nib and a soft nib. And these are the colours, and they come up really very nice. They work on white, black, all different sorts of colours. Really, really very nice. We have a few small die sets. So we have some leaves, the layering blooms, the maple leaf, and then the large rose. We have a few sequin mixes. So this is the Happy Harvest. These are the burgundy hearts, and this is the vintage lace. So those we think would work very nicely. We've got a few oxide colours. We've got aged mahogany. We've got dusty concord, fossilised amber, spiced marmalade, bundled sage, and tattered rose. And I think these colours would work very nicely again with the kit. We've got some of our little Copic at You Spicer pens, and these are glitter pens. They're really very nice. And these colours are sand and garnet. And let's just show you how they come. So it's got a really lovely little sparkle. I'm not sure if the camera will help me out here or not, but that's garnet. And this is sand. So really very pretty sparkly pens. We do of course have a wider collection of these, it's just these are the colours that I would recommend. And we also have, we've restocked all of our foam squares, and I think the black ones would work particularly well with this kit because it's darker toned. You don't want to have the white poking out the side. So this is the mixed size. We have the smaller squares, we have the larger squares, we have them in black, we have them in white. There's a whole array of different bits and pieces. So I'm just hopeful that if any of these products are in your stash, you've now got the opportunity to pull them out and have a play. And I'll be back as soon as I can be with some cards to share with you for inspiration. And until then, here are some still shots of the products that are being released, and happy paper crafting.